All right, so we're down here at this barn, an old milking barn and silo and stuff. Don't know how old it is. Probably older than me. I don't know about you, Jim, but probably older than me. Bricks, I don't know when those types of bricks were popular, but cute little barn.
Deer stand up.
Oh man, that'd be awesome, dude. Let's do it. All right, so what do we have? We have, this is kind of neat because this is something I probably have never showed you because I don't see these two. Oh, might have. That's a corn crib right here in the middle. Then we've got bays on the sides for equipment. But what they would do back in the day when they would harvest corn like that, ears, they would throw it in there and the air could get to it, so it would keep it dry and dry it out. Now they may have used this for a shop or something since then. But that's basically what that is some type of corn crib. Oh, looky. Oh my gosh. Give me kisses. I'm laughing as much as Jim. I wasn't.
You gotta let me take it.
I wasn't expecting that. Here's a old saw, cutting lumber. Nothing too interesting in here. Now, if you look up here, you can see these big beams. Those are repurposed. That's from like an old barn or something that someone took down. Because those beams are definitely older than this shed. Same way with the boards. You see how this has pegs here that aren't being used. Slots and pegs. That's all repurposed stuff. Let's check this side out real quick. See what's over here. Just some junk stored in here. They could have had wagons and stuff in here. I know all this because I grew up on a farm with kind of this setup. That's a hay rake. Auger that goes on the tractor. See a hole under there? That's probably for a raccoon. Could be groundhog. Of course, there'd have been hay up on top of here. The main barn for this farm and for the big house that's over here, that isn't part of the property, is long gone. I don't know if it burned or just fell down, or maybe this is part of it right here. A Dr. Pepper bottle?
Pepsi.
Is that Pepsi?
Yeah, probably about 70s, I think.
Yeah.
70s.
Somebody in my video said, oh, you should have kept those. Yeah, I think I'll let those go. All right, here's what we're going to do now. Oh, this is a grain silo, and they would have put chopped up corn or wheat or something there. Usually it's corn. That's how to get in from the outside. There would have been a dome lid on the top, but it's gone. Wind blows those off pretty quick. What they would do is chop up corn, and that's called either silage, which is what we always called it, the farm I worked on, or ensilage with an I, which is what the neighbors called it, which I thought was really freaking weird. Silage and ensilage. Let's check this out, man. There's actually some old stonework in here. So this might have been the original barn, one of the barns. I know there's another big one on the other side of the house. But I never noticed this, Jim. That's an old building right here. That might be worth looking around for bottles and stuff right in here. Let's see if there's anything cool. Oh my gosh, look at the size of that. Somebody must have thrown that in there. Huh? A giant deer rack. It's really cool looking, actually. If you look up here, you can see someone took all the doors off, and it was like a big ladder. You climb all the way to the top, and you'd throw the silage out with a pitchfork, and as the thing will go down, level will go down, and take the doors out, and put them up higher, put them up higher. You have to do that every day. Jim, if you look on the walls in here, the concrete, how pitted it is, that's because the silage is very acidic, so it eats into the concrete. Now here, look how smooth that is. So yeah, that's really cool. Whole little ecosystem in there with the ferns and stuff. That's a nice buck. Bet the owner forgot about that. All right, let's go down into the milking parlor in the barn. Watch your step. All right, what do we have here? Wow, that's a shame, huh? What we have here is a milking parlor. And of course, that's where they would milk dairy cows. And I'll explain it to you really quick, just really quick if you want to hear it. The cows would come in the door, of course, and they would right into here, lined up. These are called stanchions. The cow would stick their head in there, and you close it up on them so they can't get away. You put food down here, and you can see the head of water, little water thing. So you put grain and stuff down there for them to eat. And they're locked in place with that. And you'd be around back here with your milkers, and you could come behind each cow, put the milkers on all the way down the line. Poo and pee goes into this slot right here, and you can just get it on out of the barn that way. But yeah, so you have double sides. You do this many cows at a time, and you have to kick them out and get a new batch. This would be all automated. There would have been probably like glass tubes running back and forth through here. The milk would go up, and you could actually see it going along. It's pretty cool, but I guess people took the tubing. I hear you squawking. He dropped this thing. All right, so let's go over here to the where they had would have had the big milk tank in one of these compartments, or maybe the whole thing, I guess. It's open. That's locked, but that's locked. See if I can get in here. No, so this is just a little side thing. But in here would have been a big stainless steel tank, which is gone. Just got a couple of things that the property owner put in here. Here's another wood stove. See, you know that wood stove's here? Wood stove in there. I say that because the owner had a wood stove he was trying to get rid of, but wasn't quite what I wanted. But yeah, there would have been a big stainless steel tank in there. All the milk would have gone in it. And once it, once or twice a week, a truck would come by and grab it, big truck, private hauler, and then take it away. And the milk had to be tested and all that stuff. All right, I don't think we're going to go upstairs. Usually the upper part of the barn you use for hay storage, but I don't think we're going to bother with that.
Did you show them how the cows get a drink?
Yeah, I didn't actually, no, I guess I should do that. I pointed it out, but let me just show you here since Jim did mention it, but, ooh, bottles. When we were down the other end, and I showed you the stanchion how it worked, you have these little things here. These would be full of water, and what a cow would do, you had to share. Whoops. Cows would just kind of put their nose over here and push down, and that would go down, and the water would and fill us up. And that way you could keep it full, but you wouldn't have a whole lot of stuff in there at once, a whole lot of water. That would get nasty after a short period of time. Just push that down. And these had to be kept really clean, because if the inspector came by, milk inspector, farm inspector, health department, I mean, they looked at a lot of the stuff really close, make sure you're doing a good job. And when they test the milk, if it failed, you get in big trouble. You lose a lot of money. And if other farms had their milk taken up at the same time yours did, because usually the hauler would get like 5 or 6 farms at once, and you ruin the whole batch, it's not a good place to be.
She'll shake the coins from your pocket, take your gold chain and your locket. Mother Earth has no sympathy. She'll take the ring from your hand and bury it in the sand and keep it for eternity. Mother Earth, she's got her secrets she's promised to keep, hidden in her dirt or deep in her creek. Mother Earth, she ain't saying exactly what she's saving, where it is or what it might be. Mother Earth, you are my lady, my big round baby. I'll rock you until I go to sleep. She don't care if you're dying or if you're living or somewhere in between. Mother Earth, you are my lady, my big round baby, and I'll rock you until I go to sleep. She'll shake the coins from your pocket, take your gold chain and your locket. Mother Earth has no sympathy. She'll take the ring from your hand and bury it in the sand and keep it for eternity. Mother Earth, she's got her secrets she's promised to keep. Earth, she ain't saying exactly what she's saving. Where